Happy Monday. Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel coming at you. Tennessee has another defection to the portal. Is DJ Jefferson, as I've speculated on here numerous times when talking about roster attrition and roster movement going into this offseason. That's the main one I've speculated on that I felt would go to the portal. He did enter it today. I don't know if he's officially in, but it has been announced. So it's just probably it's a formality at this point that he will enter the portal. I mean, he was a guy, he redshirted the year before, and then this year he played. I mean, he played a little bit at the beginning, then here at the end of the year, even these games where they emptied the benches, he was nowhere to be seen. So the writing was kind of on the wall there. I would have been really surprised if he'd come back. And I don't know what happened with it. If it's just a case of in the Barnes dog, I don't know. I haven't even heard anything. All I know is he wasn't playing. So you got to think the writing's on the wall there. It was a guy that come in. He was committed to Tulsa originally. Frank Haith left, reopened his recruitment. He ballooned up in the ratings a couple years ago, and Tennessee was able to get him. Seemed like a guy with a lot of potential. So, for his sake, I hope it works out for him elsewhere. Best of luck to him elsewhere. So now that's second one in the portal for Tennessee. Freddie DeLeon was the first. So now Tennessee has 4 spots available because they brought Bishop Boswell, combo guard out of North Carolina, come in. Of course, you had Connect, James, Vescovy, all exhausting their eligibility. Now DeLeon and now Jefferson as well. So Tennessee with 4 spots open in the portal. And who knows? Who knows if they'll get more? I'll hit some rumors that I've seen. And, if it's just some outlandish rumor, I probably won't address it. But there was a little bit of stuff this week that it can go in this column as well. I've really not heard a lot on names Tennessee is after right now, as guys are still going into the portal. Of course, you had the big news today that John Calipari is leaving Kentucky to go to Arkansas. So that's one didn't see coming. But you know what? If I'm Kentucky fans, or if I'm Kentucky, I'm okay with this. All right. I'm okay with it because I feel he'd hit his peak at Kentucky. I mean, they're not getting out of the first round. He's still bringing that talent in, but he's not doing much with it. And it may be, I've seen some of them say fresh start all the way around for everybody. It may be good. Him going to Arkansas may be good for them. And then Kentucky, that is a scary thing if you're a Tennessee fan or if you're a fan of a rival of Kentucky, because you got to think they're not going to go cheap on their hire. They're going to go out and try to get a guy. I mean, look at the money they were paying Calipari and not getting the results. He had one national championship, and he had some ridiculous teams up there as well. So Kentucky's already had some guys hit the portal. Now, some of them were going to the portal whether he stayed or not. So I don't think it's a given that everybody going to the portal is going to follow him to Arkansas. Could there be some guys Tennessee has interest in? It remains to be seen. But I know Bradshaw hit the portal. I think there will be some interest there. And I think he was a guy that had seen that he was going regardless. I don't think it's a given he follows Calipari to Arkansas. Maybe he does, but in that case, I kind of don't see it. You got to think Calipari will probably be able to bring some guys into Arkansas with him from the portal. The only names I've seen so far with any consistency, and one of them's not even in the portal, it's Chaz Lanier from North Florida. And I've looked, I'm not even seeing he's in the portal right now. The other one is Cade Tyson out of Belmont. Seen his name mentioned that Tennessee would like to get in on him. Now I've also seen that your blue bloods are in on him. All of your schools basically in North Carolina are going to be after him. So there's going to be some fierce competition for him as well. I'd seen a guy listed from Northern Colorado. I saw a little bit. Somebody asked, I think it was on maybe the 24/7 board, and I'm not sure. Norman Rucker and McKee that cover the basketball in there. And I'm thinking I saw one of them said they don't know how hard Tennessee's going to go after him, St. Thomas out of Northern Colorado. And so, I mean, it remains to be seen. You're going to see more guys going into the portal as you go along. But Tennessee now, of course, with 4 more roster spots to fill and getting into the rumors on it. A big one that come up this week was about St. John's and Tobe Awaka. I don't know that anything come of it. Ben McKee kind of threw water on the fire on that. He kind of threw the sheet over the fire and put that one out. So they did confirm there was they had seen it but they didn't think there was anything to it. I don't think Awaka is a guy Tennessee can afford to lose. I really don't. I do not want to see him go. I think next year you get another year of him. If he can learn to stay out of foul trouble, he's going to be a big contributor. And especially with, you got to think, Adu back, Estrella back. How do they figure out how to play these guys together? And another rumor I'd say, speculation I'd seen is possibly Cade Phillips heading to the portal, that they wanted to redshirt him this year, end up playing him thinking he could help, but he got, minimal minutes. So I'm sure that one could probably go either way. So, these names I'm mentioning as rumors are definitely not any kind of certainty that they're going. Just a little bit of smoke on it. Haven't seen anything else. So, I mean, you got to think for sure on it. And some of you talked about this. Adu, Gainey, Ziegler, Awaka. Or here's the guys I think for sure come back. Adu, Gainey, Ziegler. Hopefully Awaka. Estrella, Meshack, Cameron Carr. Those guys, I think you'll see all those guys come back next year. Now, who knows? Who knows? Teams tamper. I've seen it said that there's teams that like Tennessee's role players and would probably try to entice them to come play with them. Of course, you start getting into coaching search or coaching changes. I mean, who knows what's Louisville's entire team hit the portal. So are there any guys Tennessee could look at there? I saw our old buddy Brandon Huntley Hatfield already hit the portal, already transferred to NC State for next year. So it remains to be seen. I've just not seen much, and I've definitely not seen where Tennessee set up any visits right now. So that's kind of the little bit of rumors I've heard so far. Nothing to them, really, but with the portal, who knows what to keep in mind. The possibly big one, potential big one for Tennessee is coaching wise. I've seen it with Davis Mosley. This guy covers Michigan recruiting on 24/7 and CBS Sports. The last post he had on it was yesterday, where we're talking about Dusty May, FAU's coach, went to Michigan, and they're targeting Rod Clark. And he said that last post I saw on Twitter from him, he said it's gaining major traction. And I don't think this is a guy that Tennessee wants to lose. So I don't know what it would take to hold on to him or not. I don't know if he's getting some kind of an increased role at Michigan. I don't know what the ties are or any of that stuff. But apparently there's some pretty heavy smoke around that one. So Rick Barnes normally does a good job of finding assistant coaches, but you also don't want to lose them to, I don't know if you would say it's a lateral move. It kind of looks on the surface to me like it's lateral, but again, is it some kind of increase in pay, increase in role or something? I don't know on there, but I don't think that, because Clark was vital in getting Dalton Connect here last year. And especially with portal season about to pick up, I don't think you want one of your top assistants being gone and having to find a new assistant, even though, again, I would have confidence in Rick Barnes finding that, but it's just not the ideal time for, a good assistant coach to be leaving your program, especially when it looks on the surface like, I hate to say lateral, it kind of looks like it, but I don't know what it entails with him going up there as well. Keep you posted on that. If there's any news, I'll get a video uploaded and recorded on that one. So that's kind of where Tennessee's at right now. Not a lot, again, with the portal that I've heard or read as far as targets. It seems to be pretty hush-hush right now, just speculation. VolQuest had I think they had an article last week. Eric Kane had it on his YouTube. He covered that article. Of course, he works for VolQuest. Kind of talked about, I listened to him a little bit. I did not read the article because I don't have the subscription. But some of the names that were mentioned are not even in the portal right now. So it's kind of hard to go after them if not. But I'll keep you updated on this. Definitely get on that as soon as there's any more news that breaks. Hopefully it'll be good news. Tennessee needs some good news, getting some guys in here. And, of course, there's guys hitting the portal every day. And, one thing you need to know for coming to Tennessee, maybe you get a guy like Dalton Connect who goes to the draft, gets feedback to come work on their defense, and then they're coming to Tennessee to work on that defense. That's what it worked out last year. I'd like to see it happen again this year. But like I said, I'll keep you updated on that. And stay tuned for any basketball news, baseball news as well. I've seen a lot of people putting numbers out about baseball. If you want numbers on it, I was on it last week. Not to beat my own chest or nothing, but I was probably early last week. Or wasn't a midweek game, so I looked at the numbers on it. Of course, they've been up, down. May take an updated look at it this week. We'll see, as there is a game tomorrow night, so I'll have a post game on that. But stay tuned on that, and hopefully get wrapped around the footballs with spring practice wrapping up this week. Probably just wait and recap that. Maybe add some stuff along the way. But my name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. I hope you enjoy your Monday. As always, go Vols.
Everyone rejects me.